Hi, everyone. Hello. This is Kim and Tori, and we are back from the holiday. Did you have a nice vacation?
I did. It always goes by too fast. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it certainly does. And of course, during that time, of course, we had this transition of merging the two websites together, and it's taken a little bit longer and some unexpected issues than we had expected. And so we felt like today would be the best time to come back and just help answer all of your FAQs and, reiterate our commitment to making sure that you get everything that you've ever purchased. And just to give you a little bit more insight into why it's taking so long and what's going on behind the scenes, and about how we are anxiously trying to get to every single email and phone call that has come in. It's just taking some time. So anyway, Tori and I are here to help answer your questions. Actually, Tori's going to be able to answer a lot more than me, but I'm here to help navigate it with their questions coming in, because I know there are a lot. And we welcome all and any questions and comments, but just know that we are working very, very hard behind the scenes to make sure that everything goes as smoothly as possible, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and just start with some of the most frequently asked questions. Tori, what would you say are some of the most common ones coming in right now?
So I think something that a lot of people are having questions on is how to log into their new account. So Shopify does a thing. So we've migrated both websites over to Shopify, and it does a thing where it just logs you a temporary code to log into your account. You only have to do that once every 1 to 2 months. So once you're in, you're good. It's not something you have to do every single time, as long as you're, I think, telling it that you trust this computer you're on. So that shouldn't be too hard. However, some people are having a hard time finding the code. And so I don't know how this happened with Google and Shopify, but they're sending that 6-digit code to what is called a promotions folder. Did you experience that?
Yes, I did. I just talked about that last week. In fact, that I didn't realize I had a promotions folder until I was not getting anything. And then all of a sudden, voila, there it is. Okay.
So what I would do is, if you are putting in your email and you're selecting get my 6-digit code and it's not coming to you, there are 2 things you can do. One, I would check your promotions folder, especially if you're in a Gmail account. But if you're still not seeing it, instead of just going to your spam folder versus your inbox, there's another option that Gmail has, to where if you just kind of expand all the options on the left side of the screen, you have an option to see all mail, and that will show you all of the mail that's come into your email address regarding which folder Gmail puts it in, because they're just trying to help you out by putting in the different folders. But that's sometimes not helpful if you need a code for something the first time. So I would just say do that. Try not to hit the button too many times, because then it will send you a bunch of codes and then none of them will work. So you just have to be a little bit patient. Enter your code. If it's not working, I would wait a minute or 2 and then submit again. Because if you're pushing that button a lot of times, it's going to send you a lot of codes, and then it's going to not know which one's right, and it's going to feel like you're getting them all wrong. But it's just you're doing it too fast.
Okay. Quick question from Marnie, and I have an easy answer for this. She placed an order for today's deals, and it did not download as machine embroidery. It came in as a sewing pattern on one of the designs. My guess is that it's probably from one of our older designs where sewing instructions were included with digital files, and so you'll have both. So sewing instructions are to make the actual, my guess is you're doing one of the little mini wall hangings or door decor that I saw was there, but the embroidery files will be there in addition to that. So that's why you're seeing some sewing files. Okay. Let's see. Are files still being moved over?
Yes. Oh man. Like, I don't know. Don't you just love technology? So
and you're told one thing and reality is another thing. We experience it too.
Right. So Kim, I don't know if you know, what year did Kimberbell start selling its very first digital files, which are called jump stitch files. Do you remember what year that would have been?
It was many years ago. I can't remember the date.
I think we clocked it at like 2020 sometime. So during COVID, you started selling some, or it might have been the tail end of 2019. And so we are pulling in Kimberbell orders. So this would be orders for shops and orders for end consumers since 2019. And when we looked at it, we were like, this shouldn't take long. But that was when we were pulling the data for the orders. But when we add, okay, which ones need digital files, which ones are tied to which account, that has just exacerbated, made everything so big in order to bring them over. And
Keep talking. I'm going to take a picture of one of the questions.
Okay. And so while we think we keep getting closer and closer, what we run into is if we're uploading those files during the day, it creates a really bad user experience for those on the site. And so we had to slow things down during the day so people can still use the site, still access what information they need, still be able to buy things. But then at night, it ramps back up. So I would say if you aren't seeing files yet, it's a slow trickling process. I just would refresh them in the morning. And we started with the Kimberbell files and made sure we got all of those ones in. And a lot of the ones that are missing are, well, there's two types of files. So we're missing a lot of the subscriptions ones, but it's coming in. So I think we're like maybe to the tail end of subscriptions for 2025. But then too, there is an issue we're seeing with the save the date pillows. And that's because we sold them as a bundle or people bought the files separately and the system doesn't know how to read those. So we're actually working on that one and we're hoping that one will be fixed by tomorrow. But
so when you say that they're missing, it's missing from their libraries, but it's never missing from what we see on the back end that you had purchased it. So that goes to show you that if you will just give it some time, I know it's hard to be patient because trust me, we're not very patient about it either. We wanted it done like that. But you will always receive the files you've paid for. And we can see that on our end, right? So we can make sure that you get them. You wouldn't have lost anything.
Yeah. So our old Kimberbell site was housed on a platform called WordPress. And then MeTime was a custom website that we had built. And when we migrated everything to Shopify, what we just did was we took all of the data and put it in Shopify. The URL redirects so that you can still see the Kimberbell website, but those old websites we've rolled them into legacy sites. So if you have any question about your orders or, oh, hey, I thought I ordered this, but it doesn't show up on my new account, we can go and check that for you. But as far as all of your order information, that's come over. It's just now mapping all of those orders with digital files to put them in your digital library. So if something's not showing in your digital library, that doesn't mean your account shows record of purchasing it. It's just finding the corresponding friend in the cloud and tying those together. But as far as everything goes, we're mapping those, like I said, every night. Every day you wake up, there should be more. And we're hoping that by the end of the week, everything should for sure be in there. If there's anything you're working on in the meantime or something you purchased and you need access to it, just email us. And we're happy to just email you the files so that you can continue creating and not have to wait any longer.
Yeah, for sure. And speaking of emails, we have a lot of them to go through. In fact, just since I know you got through hundreds of emails last week, but even since Saturday, there was another additional 300 emails that came in.
Yeah. So,
and we have a small team that's answering, but there's a lot of us, myself included, that I'm learning about customer care, where we're trying to get in and help our customer care team help answer each and every one of your questions and your phone calls. So just know we hear you. We are working through it as quickly as possible. Okay. Right? Okay. So Sandy wants to know, let me pull this up. So all my MeTime subscriptions are gone. Do I need to resubscribe?
I would say yes. So what happens, and what is another level of fun in the migrating, is we spoke to our current credit card processor and said, hey, these are all of our active subscribers and we want to move them to Shopify. And that was fine. We got clearance for them. They're called tokens and we moved them over. However, when we went to move some of them over, some of the banks on the other end were like, we want to make sure that this is a valid thing. And so then they kind of went through the list and said, you can't have access to any of our friends without signing a new contract for a subscription. And so we brought over, I would say 70% of the subscribers we could, but then it was really just up to the bank processors where those other cards are housed at, in them needing another an agreement or a checkout on this new website so that they could verify that it wasn't fraud. And so that just goes to show that I mean, we can only do so much when it comes to stuff like that. But so I know a lot of people are concerned about BellaBox because they don't necessarily want to resubscribe without being charged. And we're going to figure out a way with the platform. We have a little bit of time between now and April, but we know everybody who's on the list, and we're going to keep track of it. We're going to make sure that we can get them grandfathered in without charging you and have a spot for you, so that if you do want that box, you're still can get one.
Okay. Kim is saying that her whole library is deleted. What can be done? I guess the important thing there is to say it's not deleted. It's just hasn't transferred over yet, right? So there's a couple things I know that you can do in the meantime while we're still waiting for those transfers to come over entirely. And I guess the first one I would say is you can click on orders. Would you agree with that? Okay. So if you go to kimberbell.com, at the very top, it says orders. Click on there and you'll see all the orders you've ever had. There will be a download button for each of those orders, right?
Some of them, but the last ones that we're still mapping won't be there.
Oh, okay.
I just would say right now, if your whole library isn't there, then probably email us, because the orders we're waiting on are a lot of ones from the Me Time Club. So if you have historical Kimberbell ones that aren't there, then there probably is an issue. Some people may have inadvertently created a new account. So maybe this account doesn't have any of your past accounts, or I think we would probably want to help you troubleshoot that a little bit.
Okay. Some have said they've needed a code every time when they try to log in. Is that
okay?
a thing?
That's something we can look into. I know it hasn't asked me a code every time I've logged in. It just keeps me logged in. So maybe there's a setting we need to turn on the back end to let you do that, because that is a little frustrating. But I know personally I haven't had to do a code every time I log in.
I haven't either. But thanks for letting us know that, Debbie. We can look into that. Let's see. So should they email us if they're missing a Me Time subscription?
I would say at this point, for example, we just built for Perfectly Pieced. It's the new month of Perfectly Pieced. If your subscription isn't there, we actually sent an email out on Friday, I believe, or whatever day the first was. They all blend together. We sent out an email and said whether or not we were able to bring your information over. And so if you've got that email and want to subscribe, then I would recommend resubscribing. If you don't have it in there and you do want January's month for Perfectly Pieced, I just would go ahead and subscribe for that. Something might be similar for Hoop Studio. Again, just keep checking your email and we'll update you on that as soon as we get more information on that.
Okay. Jacqueline wants to know if we're going to have the feature about having already purchased a design. I know that's a feature that you liked on the last website, and the goal is yes, right?
Yeah, that was just something that we couldn't pull off before launch. We had a lot of other things we were trying to QA and test out, and that was one that we figured we will get that in another month or two. So it's coming.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Also, I believe the search in the digital library is still being worked on. Is that correct?
Yeah. So right now it is very sensitive. So if you search something and nothing comes up, it could be that items might not be in there, or it could be that it's just being super sensitive. So you could try to capitalize your spelling, try to not capitalize it, or have words in specific orders. But I would kind of click through, and then that's something that we'll plan on tackling once we get all the orders in.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about anyone who has not received January's digital dealer exclusive design.
Oh, okay. So let's see what this is saying.
It's not showing.
So the thing with DDE is I would just make sure were they able to bill you correctly.
The shop.
Were they able to add you? So we send out the files, but the shops are the ones that they go in and add your information, and we invoice them and they pay for it, and then we send out the files. So I just would double check, like, was the on their end, did they have their correct email? Was it successful? And then ultimately I would just have them get in touch with us on the file. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure once they do it, it creates an order on your end. So you should be able to see whether or not you were billed correctly. And so I would say if you go into your orders and you have that order for January and it's still not showing up, then let us know. But if you don't have that order, it probably means it didn't go through on their end, and that's something they have to rerun.
Okay. Will our MeTime subscriptions transfer over? I have no subscriptions found.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would just say, again, if they're not in there, just double check to see if you have an email from us last week. If you got that email, then you probably have to resubscribe.
Okay. All right. Marie, on your question, please send us an email, and they can look specifically at your question for sure. Let's see. Yes, it is a massive undertaking. As you can imagine, it's a whole new platform, and it's merging of two sites, and it's working with a third party to make sure that this all happens. No doubt about it. We do have a large influx of customer care questions coming in, so it is taking a little bit longer than we hoped, but there's a lot of us jumping in to try to help that team who just got back from the holiday break as well. So we are definitely going through each and every one of them. In full transparency, I'll tell you that we found out this morning that there was a whole group of emails that went through a system that we have for tickets that had been closed without us seeing them, right?
Well, so we had a ticketing system that was separate for Kimberbell and one that was for MeTime. And a few months before we started this, we merged those. And in part of merging it, it was automatically closing some tickets. And we're not sure what that workflow is or why that's happening, but we're going through and going to figure out why those are closing and respond to those.
Yeah. So we will, you don't need to email us again about it.
No.
We're going through the ones that were closed automatically, not from us, but from the system. And then making sure that we answer each and every one of those questions. All right. Let's see, the Mistletoe Mystery January file, you'll want to reach out to your shop that you purchased it from, because they're the ones that let us know on the back end that you have subscribed, and then we put it into your library.
Unless, of course, you did get an order receipt for it, and if it's still not showing up, then reach out to us. But if you haven't even got that order confirmation, then reach out to your shop.
Okay, that's great. Let's see. Yes, all of your MeTime files will come back. We promise you that. Okay. What would you say to Cynthia's question?
Do you know what? We have lists of everybody who's we weren't able to bring over for Hoop Studio and Perfectly Piece. I will see if we can resend something out, just so that then you'll know for sure your information wasn't able to come over. As of now, we aren't migrating any more subscriptions. Who's there, and who isn't. We'll probably just need to resubscribe.
Okay. All right. So can we send that out? Is it possible today?
I'll see.
Okay. Let's see. And the MeTime site is going to be closed, right?
Yeah. So we're in the process of moving that over. And so all of the recent Hoop Studio files, so we built Hoop Studio on the MeTime site, and then those files should show up today or tomorrow. Well, probably tomorrow or the next day.
Okay.
But in the meantime, if you need those files to stitch out your notebook, just email us, write Hoop Studio Files in the subject line, and we'll be able to email you those files really quick so you can make that project while you wait.
We don't want, what you're waiting on to make you wait in making things. So please give us a chance to make it right for you and be able to send those files to you while the migration is still happening. Let's see. What else? Yeah, it is going to be worth waiting for. We promise you that.
Oh, Kimberly says she wants to purchase some Me Time subscriptions. Yeah, there are more available. So just go ahead and click on that subscriptions tab. We've now populated them. Pick the one you want, and then you should be able to subscribe.
Okay. Yeah, just to reiterate, we will always do the right thing. You will always get what you've ever paid for. Yeah, there's no worries there. You have not lost anything. Nothing's been deleted. It's just that the migration is still happening. And if you need it in the meantime, we can still get those files to you.
Yeah.
Right?
And if you would put, like, if you're just needing a file and you email us, even if you write in the subject line, like, need file, whatever the item is, we can have Kim or Robert go through and just send you those files based on what the subject lines are. And you might get a personal email from Kim or Robert.
Hey, you know what? Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Okay. Let's see. If I'm not sure if I purchased a design before, because that option isn't available quite yet to know whether it was previously purchased. Should I email customer care for them to check before I purchase the design again?
Yeah, you probably could. Or you can click through. So all your orders are there. And it just might take a little bit of time, but you could click through and be like, hey, I thought I bought this in September. So just click through all your September orders and you'll be able to see if you purchased it or not.
Okay. Do I need to wait until April to subscribe to the Bella box so I don't get the current box?
No.
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, don't worry about the Bella box now. Once we figure out a way to grandfather everybody in, then we'll send out information to everybody that is a subscriber. Okay. So don't worry about the Bella box yet. And and we'll get you covered.
Okay. Do you see any? So my subscription shows on Me Time, but not Kimberbell. So do I need to resubscribe? I don't want to be charged twice.
I would say when in doubt, just email us. And again, anything you can write in the subject line will help us respond faster, because we'll have certain people that are a little bit more technical or responding to the harder questions, but then people that we're bringing in to help respond to these emails, they can answer certain ones based on.
Send me an easy question.
Yeah, we can put Kim on the easy questions. So, so if
I can send you files. That's what I can do.
So if you need a specific file or something like that, whatever you can write in the subject line to kind of help us know what your question is, we can have certain people respond to some ones fast, and then the more technical ones might need an expert.
Okay. Yeah. And that's not me. Jennifer wants to know if her download button has disappeared. Is there a way to access her designs?
Oh, yes. I would try, if it's showing there, but you don't have the download button, I would check your orders, or I would check your digital library.
Let's see. Someone else said they needed a code every time. We're going to check into that for you, because that shouldn't be the case.
Someone said that too.
Let's see. Yeah, entering the code. Sorry, we're just trying to quickly read through your questions so we can answer as many as we can.
I mean, for the most part, I just want to say thank you guys for being patient with us. I know it's not something fun. I had someone ask, why did we do it in December? Well, the plan was never December.
No.
The hope was to do it earlier in the year, but then it just got running into another year of DDE and the new subscription, and it just felt like we just needed to make it work. And we had a really good team who's worked on this for an entire year, and we have a really good support team who skipped out on a few extra vacation days to respond to emails and to troubleshoot things, and they are awesome. They went above and beyond. It's not like we made them work or miss out on time with their family. It's something they wanted to do for you guys, and so that you could have all of the access to the joy and projects through Kimberbell. And so I just want to thank them too for all of their sacrifice through the holiday and through the launch of this website, because what they have done is short of amazing. It's just, they are awesome. And I'm just grateful for all of their help too.
They truly care about you and about what they do and about Kimberbell. And we could not be more grateful for their hard work and effort. Even, I mean, they don't want you to be frustrated, either. And so they, like Tori said, many of them on their own jumped in over the holiday break and spent time answering emails or answering on Facebook and all those kinds of things. And we don't take that for granted that they did that. So we're very grateful for them. And we also don't take for granted your business and how kind and patient so many of you are about this. And even with the frustrations that you've had too, we understand that as well. I mean, a lot of times we're there with you. We're right there with you. Yeah, we totally understand. But why we wanted to come on today is just to show full transparency that we are hearing you. We do see your questions. We do see your emails. There's just things that have been out of our control that we're working really, really hard to have happen for you so that, you can get everything that you need. But again, if you don't see something in your library, just email us, give us a chance to make it right with you. And so that you can keep working on your projects. But know that everything will eventually be over there for sure.
Our goal is never to keep the files from you. Our goal is just to try to make it easier. But a part of that just comes like we're bringing a lot of information from a lot of different sources and they don't all kick it out the same. So we're just doing our best to merge things and to put it together and match it up. But we will make sure, our goal is to make sure that everybody has what they want.
Yeah.
Or what they need.
Yeah, absolutely. Rosemary, Laura says, I haven't received an email about January Perfectly Pieced and was subscribed. Is there something she needs to do?
I guess I would say, is it showing up on your new account? Were you billed for Perfectly Pieced? Maybe shoot us an email on that one and write like Perfectly Pieced question.
We can look on the back end. Everything is there. It's just not showing on the front side of things right now. So we can check all of that for you and are happy to help. Okay. Yeah, we're working on the passcode thing for sure.
Oh, okay. So Hoop Studio says it's sold out. I will look into that. So we do have more spots available, but for some reason it might just be syncing funny and not think that there's more inventory. And I know a lot of people also on Hoop Studio have been wanting extra notebook covers. We're hoping to put those on sale sometime this week. So
great.
That could be exciting.
Okay, Cindy says, will we get an email when we place an order? I haven't gotten any from Kimberbell, but got confirmation email from another vendor. Maybe
I guess the question would be, are you placing the order on Kimberbell?
Maybe that was through DDE is my guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say email us on that one.
Yeah. Let's see.
So Linda, there is a search bar in the digital library. It's just a little finicky. It's extra sensitive right now. So be patient. We'll tackle that so that you can search it on partial words or it's not case sensitive. So right now it's just super sensitive and wants you to be like exact specific what you're typing in and no partial exclusion. So we'll work on that. That's a great idea.
Angela, send me an email. I'll get you your files. What's the best way to reach us?
Info@kimberbell.com. Okay. I'd say for me time questions and for Kimberbell questions right now, just use the one email. It's a lot easier for our team just to go through one inbox right now.
Okay. Let's see. Karen, thank you. She says, I have confidence it will all work out in the end.
Thank you.
We do too. We know it will. We're very sure it will. It's just the the waiting. It's the middle part, right?
Mhm.
It's the middle, the messy middle that we call this, that we're all in. And it's not fun for anyone. Not
Yeah.
fun for you, not fun for us. And somehow we will definitely get through it. And then we'll look back at this and go, oh, remember when? Hopefully, right? Let's see. So the mistletoe mystery, how long will it take to get your designs? That's going to come, Sharon, from whoever you ordered it from. So the shop, nothing, let's see, all shops do it differently. So depending on when they want to release the design to you, that's when it goes into your digital library. So a lot of them will release it on the 1st of every month, but some shops have maybe their club on the 5th of the month or the 10th of the month. And so it doesn't go into your library until then, right?
Yeah.
So find out from your shop if it got added and make sure that's double checked. And then if that's the case and you got a receipt from that shop that it went through, send us an email.
Yeah.
Would you say? Okay. Do I need to resubscribe to all the ones I was in?
We'll send out an email with more information about the subscriptions. So then you'll know where your status is and just look for that.
And we'll send that out today or tomorrow?
Soon. Yes. I don't want to commit without asking Abby.
Okay. Abby, can we send that today or tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see.
So Linda has a question. The shop and me time. So the me time shop, it's still there. So just go to subscriptions and there's in the navigation and there's an option for me time. And then there's an expandable
But it's
theme.
under kimberbell.com.
Under kimberbell.com. But then there's an expandable thing on the left side that will let you sort products based on which subscription it pairs with.
Okay. Susan wants to know when they can purchase applique of the month.
Well, we are going live on Friday to talk about it. We are. You're going to see us again this week. And we are going to make subscriptions for that purchased shortly after.
Yeah. Normally it'd be on the 10th, but I think we're going to try to do it on the 9th, right after our live, right?
Yeah. We want to make sure that the second you see how much you're going to love it, you can buy it.
Okay. Let's see. Will there be a way to organize your downloads?
That's a great feature. Right now, it's not in the plans, but I like the way you think, and I think that's something we can definitely look at.
Yeah.
In the future.
Okay. Mary says, no complaints, just a question. Just got the mistletoe mystery. Where will the files be?
Yeah, so I think like Kim was saying, depending on the mistletoe mystery, your shop has to come and then place an order with us on your behalf. So you give them the money and then they pay us. And a lot of times we see this every year with DDE because it's like renewing a whole program. The shop may have had it set up on auto throughout the year, or like auto payment, like you do your utilities or whatnot. They just need to go in and reset it up and say, okay, for this year, 2026, which is weird to say, by the way, we need to go in and make sure that so-and-so is set up for the 12 months. And so they may just need to do that. So I would ask them, unless you have an order for it in your orders under your My Account, then I would email us.
Okay. Camilla wants to know about the verification code. She's not receiving one. It's probably in spam or promotions folder.
Yeah.
Right?
If you have Gmail, or I'm not familiar with other email platforms, sometimes you have that view all mail option, and that shows you like your spam, your promotions, whatever, all in one place. And that's a good place to track down those codes too.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, you want to answer Jean's question there?
So your me time orders are there. They're just not matched up with digital files in your library. So that's happening currently.
I'll
just
put up her question.
A lot slower than we would like. So,
but they will be there.
I think last I checked, they're getting really close. I think they were going through all of the Hoop Studio ones, and then they're catching up with Collectible Christmas. So just be a little bit patient. What a good thing to do would be I check every morning and see if a few more orders show up in your digital library before, and then you can see that the progress is still being made.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jennifer says she checked, her designs show up in her orders, but not the download button. She's emailed us about that.
Okay. I wonder, Jennifer, because I think I might have seen your email. I think it might be, if it's like the save the date, or I think there's spread kindness. It's just, we ran into a mapping issue with this is sold as a bundle versus these are sold individual designs. And so we're working on a way so that it knows whether or not you bought the bundle and get all the designs or the individual ones. So we will, we will make that right for you, and hopefully get back to you today.
Okay. I know some of these questions we answered earlier, but it's good to reiterate them for people who've just gotten on. But someone wants to know about their DDE for January. It's not there. You want to check with your quilt shop first to make sure that they put it into the system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and if they did, and you've received a receipt from them that they put your order through and it's still not there, send us an email.
Yep.
Okay. Jean, these scenes never go completely to plan and can be very challenging. You're not a kidding.
Yeah.
You're not a kidding.
Well,
Thank you for your patience.
Mm-hmm.
We do appreciate it, and we know how frustrating it has been, for sure. Let's see. When will we know if we made it on the subscription for the new applique series?
So right now the form was just a wait list, and so that just means that you want us to tell you when it's available. So we'll send an email out to the people on that list at first, to let them know that they'll get on it.
So no one's on that list officially yet until you sign up come Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
January 9th, when the two of us go live to talk more about it. And then I think soon after you'll be able to subscribe.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Again, don't worry if your files are not there. It's still coming. I know that I hate that phrase. It's still coming. Be patient, right? Woo! I want things yesterday, right? Yeah. I mean, that's how I am too, guys. I get it. I get it. But that is the answer, is that it's still happening. Things are still migrating. And if you need something in the meantime, shoot us an email, info@kimberbell.com. We'll make sure you get everything that you need.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
Lisa said she can't find all her items, and how do I look for what I purchased? So I would log into your account, click on the My Account person, and then click on orders, and you should be able to see all of your orders are there. We're just actively working on matching all of those orders up with digital files.
Okay, this is a good question because I had the same question. So hopefully Tori can help both of us. When will the digital library have the correct order for new to old?
That's a great question. It may not for a minute, just because it goes off the date that we import them in there. And so since we're putting all of these in there at once, it's going to look like they're all in there. However, I think that's something that once we get this all figured out and those in there, we can adjust it, and we can work on how do we sort this, how do we group it, just so it makes that a better user experience for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is the final site where our designs will be? Is it MeTime?
No, it will be Kimberbell.
Mm-hmm. Everything's being under the one umbrella of website, kimberbell.com.
Mm-hmm. If you type in, it's still migrating, but even if you type in metimedelivered.com, which is the old MeTime site, it will redirect you to the MeTime specific information. So, but give it a day or two, it's still migrating over.
Marie, since you're not seeing some of your orders, just send us an email, info@kimberbell.com, where you can look it up on the back end for you. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cindy says, thanks, Cindy, for the comic relief. We will need a design. Remember when?
Oh, yes. What design would commemorate this moment?
Right. Okay. If you feel like you have not been billed, does that mean their subscription was deleted?
I would say go ahead and email us on that one and we'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, Shannon says, this is a good reminder. She says, you may have mentioned this already, but those that have not received emails for codes, etc., make sure to check your spam folder and your promotions folder, we would add. She's found them there sometimes. Thank you, Shannon. Okay. So the wait list, yeah, won't automatically apply for the applique subscription. No, it is just to let you be the first to know about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll email those people first before we tell everybody about the new subscription.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Great questions, guys. Keep them coming. We're here to help. Okay. Anything else? You want to do a little song and dance as I'm writing these?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think, yeah. I mean, you guys are asking.
Julianne, send us an email. We can help you specifically. Give us sort options. Yeah, Pam, we got you. Or that is definitely more sort options in the works, right?
Delta, you said that you received a notice that we couldn't process your payment for Perfectly Peace, but yet it's in your order library. That could just be initially your bank was like, we don't want to let you charge this, and then they may have reconciled, realizing that you've done business with Kimberbell, and then they let it through on the second time around. So I think you're probably good, and I wouldn't worry about emailing us.
Jennifer says, so it's Kimberbell. What is Shopify for?
Shopify is the e-commerce platform for the website. And so that just helps us better process payments, better keep track of orders. And then it allows us to have everything all in one place, both brands together, so that then you're not guessing, did I buy something over here and over here? You can have it all together. And really, I know it's really frustrating with the digital library and missing files, but once we get everything together, I think it will just be awesome for you guys to have your files all in one place. You'll be able to see what you have. And yeah, just know where to go to one spot each time when you want to download something to make a project.
Yeah. Irene tried downloading a file and it's saying it's corrupt. Should she email customer service? Yeah. Yes. Yep. No doubt about that. Okay. Ruth says that her bank fraud department called her about Perfectly Peace and she had to verbally okay the transaction.
Yeah, so that's just a fraud protection thing they have in place.
Right?
I mean, I think it is awesome that they do it. It makes sense. I mean, we went through we had to sign a lot of paperwork. We had to do a lot of things on our end to prove that we weren't fraudulent, but that was just an extra step that banks wanted to have on their end. So,
which we can all be grateful for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jane, she says on a different note, when is Home Sewn coming out?
Oh my goodness. It's coming out next month in February. Yes. And we have some really fun things planned. We're going to have, I don't know if should I say this?
Sure, why not?
We're going to do
I don't know what you're going to say. Oh, that. Okay, yeah.
So I just left a meeting talking about the fun things we're going to do for that. And so that will be a 4-week-long sew-along. That will be really fun, featuring Kim, talking about the Home Sewn. And there's freebies and giveaways and all sorts of fun stuff planned. So check your email for that. And we're so excited to show you those designs this year.
Thank you, Dwani. She says, great job. My orders are showing clear back to 2020. We're so happy to hear that. And for those who aren't seeing that yet, it's coming. It's happening, my friends. It's happening. Again, we're in the messy middle. We'll get through this. And then on the other end, you're going to be like, I love this new website. I promise you that. This team, led a lot by this gal right here, are extremely smart, intuitive. They've been listening to you and your requests over the years, and they've put together a really great set of options and ideas and all kinds of features that are going to make doing business with us a whole lot easier for both shops and end consumers that don't have a shop near them. It's going to be good. It's just kind of stinky right now.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we will get there. Okay. Jackie's saying she's trying to subscribe to Hoop Studio and Perfectly Peace, and it won't let her. What should she do?
We'll look into that as soon as I'm done here. I'm sure it's just a setting on our end because we have subscription spots available for both. So we just may need to double check a setting we have on our end.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The feature about having something already purchased, having a notification that you already purchased, it is something that's happening in phase 2 of this.
Yeah, our team's actually
website.
Researching some apps as we speak to try to bring that feature back to you guys because we know it's something that a lot of people have been asking for and really loved. So
okay,
coming soon.
I need this in digitized. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see.
Does it say?
It's a good one. Barbara says you have to break an egg if you're going to make an omelet.
Oh.
Wise words of
Make
wisdom.
that one of the easy appliques that we release.
I like that. Thank you. Thank you. And that's so true, right? Let's see.
Dawn, so when we get the word that everything is complete, we will let you know. We'll send out an email with confetti.
Yes. Susan says on the top search bar that says DDE. Is that for us if we have the DDE?
No, I don't think so. I think that just shows up, but it's only active for shops.
So that you know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The DDE will actually be in your digital library, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And just remember, there was another thing someone mentioned over the weekend. I saw, I think somewhere, that when they were looking for their files, because the new to old or old to new isn't really the correct order quite yet. They didn't realize that their files were they were there. They were just further back.
Yeah.
Even though
you
they
might
had
have to scroll and look around for a little bit.
Scroll through it will be there for sure.
Ginger, you may want to email us. I'm not sure. We probably would want to look into your question.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think, let's see. I think that's about it. Naomi wants to, she mentioned applique of the month subscription button does not appear on the Kimberbell website.
Yeah, that won't appear until the end of this week when we launch it. And then after that, you'll either be able to manage or subscribe to that subscription if there are spots available.
Mm-hmm. It'll be either January 9th or January 10th. January 9th, Tori and I will be on live at, is it 10?
It's 10.
10 a.m. Mountain Time. And we'll talk more about that subscription. And then shortly after that, that will be available to order, whether it's that same day or the next day. Okay.
And Kathleen, we're going to send out more information about subscriptions specifically. So check your email today or tomorrow, and we'll have some answers for you on that.
Yeah. The most important thing you can hear from us right now is that, one, we want to thank you for your business and for your patience. And we know it's been frustrating. So thank you. We don't take your business for granted, whether you're a shop owner or an end consumer. It's all important to us. It's all important to every person on this team to do, our best work for you. So thank you for being patient through this transition. It's not fun for anyone. But the second thing I want to say is that if you are missing files still, know that it could be coming again in the next few days. We wish we could tell you an exact date. In fact, that's what you were saying earlier today. I wish I could say it's all going to be done on this date. But we thought that was going to be the case when we first did this
a few weeks
ago. So something we can't control. But in the meantime, the good news is that you can email us. Email us at info@kimberbell.com, and someone is going to write you back as soon as possible. We're trying to get through as many emails as we can every day. And some are working overtime, some are working in the evening hours, some are working in it when it's not their job. I mean, a lot of people are pulling together to make sure you get answers. And the people on our customer care team are amazing. They just have a lot to go through. So just be kind, be patient, and know that we will get you the files that you need immediately. Like as soon as we can get through to your specific email, if there's a file you need in the meantime to keep you working on stuff, we're going to get it for you. All right. Okay. Is there anything else?
I don't know.
I think we're good.
Maybe what we'll do too, maybe we can put together a recap and have Holly post it on social or something. So if we talked about something early on, or just there's a few FAQs that you didn't hear us answer, that way you can just read through kind of like the Cliff's Notes.
That's a good idea. Okay.
And then
Julie, you are one of the lucky ones for sure. She says she hasn't had problems with the website update. I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people have had problems, haven't had problems. Yeah, we don't know why. We don't know why, but it's coming. It's all coming.
Yeah.
And everything you've ever ordered will still be yours. You have not lost anything. We promise you that.
Yeah, we'll get you everything. So just takes a little bit of time.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for all your questions. We hope that helped. And I think that's it, right?
Yeah. Thank you guys again. And hopefully the next time we see you, we can say it's done and join us for the new subscription unboxing on Friday.
Yeah. And join me on Wednesday for What's New Wednesday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Maybe I'll have another update then.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll have you on again.
They might be sick of me by then. We'll see.
Shout out to this gal right here and her amazing team.
Yeah.
They're pretty awesome.
Really good. So,
all right. Thanks, everyone.
Okay,
take care. Bye-bye.